We get them horns, them heavy metal horns up for David Bryant and his fine band, David Sailor Bryant and his fine band, Warplan. We've done them before. We've done Unmerciful. We did Save It for the Straightaways. And we're back to do Deadman's Hand. We do have another one we're going to be doing too. He's out. He's saying, hey, the band's out there. We're getting the word out. And that's what we're here to do, is listen to new music. And I love it. Unsigned, independent, that's where I like to be. Metallica's got every ding-dong in the world talking about their music. What about the little guy trying to make it in the big business, okay? That's what we're talking about right here. So we're going to learn about them. Then we're going to get into that song, Warplan. They got 283 monthly listeners. They're moving up. Top 5 jams from these guys. Now, I think they've only got the one album they put out in 2023 called The Snake Eye Conspiracy, but in the #1 slot. Unmerciful, with 10,000 plays. It's a lot more than they had before. Save It for the Straightaway in the 2nd slot with 5,700 plays. My Fury, 5,400 plays. Deadman's Hand, that is the song we're doing here today, 5,300 plays. And The Snake-Eyed Conspiracy, 5,170 plays. So they're working it, baby. That's what young new bands do. They work it. They get out there, they do the risky business. They do the fucking thing, right? Now we're going to look into related artists for the band and see maybe if you like Warplan, you're like, dude, that was a plan to me. You might like some of these bands. Surviving Thalia, or Talia, Thalia. Scars of Judas. SXWXP, says Trans Am. My Own Victim. Bleed from Within, we know that. So there you go. That's it. That's kind of a smaller list, but that's what happens is it starts to build on Spotify when people start listening to the different kinds of bands, and the algorithm starts to connect and says, oh, Warplan, they're fitting here with Bleed from Within and shit. Like that. Now we're going to look into that bio, then listen to the song. And you got the dudes here who says, guess what? Arms folded down to say, yes, indeed, sir. Yes, indeed. It is time for some power. Do you have a plan? Because we've got a plan. Conceived as a studio project by David Sailor Bryant, former vocalist and/or guitarist for My Own Victim, Surviving Talia. You can help me out with that, David. Scars of Judas and so he's in all those bands. Saint Whiskey Prophecy, that's SXW or SWP, but it's got the tiny little X's for like the dots. Saint Whiskey Prophecy, among others. And brought to life by Nashville, Tennessee-based musician and producer Kyle Odell. Yes, and his name's there next to the tunes, too. And Jameson Force, who've worked with the likes of Motionless in White, Nita Strauss, Fozzy, and Lions at the Gate. Sailor's Warplan is a force to be reckoned with. For the debut EP, The Snake-Eyed Conspiracy is absolutely outstanding, coming out like a cross between Acid Bath, Five Finger Death Punch, Slipknot, Pantera, Disturbed, and Parkway Drive. Art concept painted by Scott Winsky. Well, there you go. And we do have another tune coming later in the week, guys. So if you're like, if this is getting you all froggy, then you know where one might be coming up next week or the week after. We'll see. This is the Titty Bang. It is time for Deadman's Hand. Do you want this Deadman's Hand to give you a taste of this? Let's do it now. Here we go. Oh, creepy circus. I wanted to... I like to have a little bang! That's what I remember. I mean, it sounds pretty tight.
tired of those who admire and cherish material things. Sitting in life, and wasting their lives, yeah, the world is a bit out of place.
I mean, yeah, there is that FFPP reference. I think these guys are better. You ain't fucking around. I ain't playing the Deadman's hand.
Life is a game where the rules always change and the struggles.
It's a nice big wall.
Yeah, the serpent hunts gunning, there's no sense in running and hunting for a place to hide. The black mirror reflection, that faith, the addiction increases an impatient mind. Every head hanging down to your master,
like that pickup.
you bow all the way to your demise.
That's groove right there. Voice sounding good? You ain't fucking around. Fight to the end. There is a lot of similarities to that old kind of Pantera style, you know, Dimebag's guitar playing those riffs. Throw in a little bit. The melodic solo complements the riff. Bust it. Is that bad to say that I like these guys better than FFPP? He's saying, I'm your dead man's house. Stop about a dime, you get a 10 every time. Does it fall in the 10 out of 10? I'm afraid it does not, guys. So close, yet so far. Give me a hands. Yeah, Snake Eye Conspiracy that was popping on there. Yes, indeedy, though. I mean, is that a bad thing to say? Can't I have my things that I like that are better than other things, right? So if I say something like I think that I would rather listen to Warplan than I would FFDP, that I'm a terrible person or something, are you going to go ahead and try and throw that at me and tell me that? I don't think you should. I think we should all be able to have our own choices of things. But what say you? This is the perfect time for you to get in the comments and tell me exactly what you think of Warplan, what you think of that song, Dead Man's Hand. He ain't fucking around. He ain't playing no Dead Man's Hand. We want to get down there and get to the nitty gritty of it. We want to know what you think of this damn tune. So do it. Good, great, fantastic. Shane, I'm a huge fan. Secret huge fan of Warplan. I wanted to keep them all to myself, and now people are starting to find out about them. And so I've got to start speaking up about it and let everyone know that I knew about it before everyone else did. All-time favorite songs from the Snake Eye Conspiracy EP. You guys got working on any videos yet? Any music videos, like high quality? Just try to stay away from the lyric videos or incorporate lyrics into the video in a fashion that doesn't take away from the video. Make a good video and let that speak for itself instead of the words. Okay, guys? Thanks. Or you could say not good, not great. Shane, it's just not my cup of tea. It had veracity. It was thunderous. It was well mixed and mastered. It was all the things. And they had the good microphones. And we knew about throwing the cards down in the dead man's hand and all that stuff. Yes, indeed. And they did it quite well, if I'm going to speak honestly about it. But it's just not my cup of tea. They're not the kind of music I go to. You know, I like a little Boz Scaggs every now and again. I like a little Thorogood. You know, he sang Bad to the Bone and stuff like that. That's what I want to hear. So don't want it, don't need it, never going to listen to it again. All of that can be put in the comments below, don't you know? If you got a request, want to see it on the channel, hit those links or put it in the comments. David, Sailor, Bryant, and the band Warplan. Horns up. Warplan.
Life is a game where the rules always change and the struggle's the fight to survive. Yeah, the serpent tongue's gone in, there's